Why do we desire so much or yet feel so empty? Why is it that the more we chase, the more broken we feel inside? Have you ever wanted something so badly? A person, a status, a life you thought would make you whole? And when you finally got it, it still wasn't enough. Or worse, it disappeared. What if I told you the very act of desiring is the reason you're suffering right now? That what you think will complete you is actually what's destroying you? Most people will never hear this truth. And those who do either wake up or collapse even deeper into the illusion. This is not just another Buddhist video. This is the moment your mind either wakes up or stays trapped. And if you click away, you may never realize how much of your life is already being eaten alive by something you thought was love, purpose, or passion, but was actually just unquenchable craving. Buddhism calls it tanha, the thirst that never ends. If you don't confront it, it will quietly consume your entire life. So the real question is, will you dare to look? Let me take you back to a woman named Hannah. She was a corporate high flyer, salary, penthouse, designer clothes. On the surface, she had everything. Others envied. But every day she woke up with a gnawing anxiety in her chest. What if I lose it? What if they stop respecting me? What if I'm not enough? And so she worked harder, bought more, performed better. She was running faster in a race with no finish line. One day she collapsed in the middle of a boardroom presentation. Her body literally couldn't keep up with her desires. Lying in a hospital bed, all alone, she whispered, "I don't know who I am without all this, but I'm terrified to lose it." That's when she discovered Buddhism, not as a religion, not as rituals, but as a mirror that revealed the truth. What she was really addicted to wasn't success, it was desire itself. Desire is seductive. It disguises itself as motivation, love, even spiritual growth. But at its core, it whispers, you are not enough unless you get the job, unless they love you, unless you own that car. And here's the twist. When you do get it, it's already decaying. The high fades. The mind moves to the next craving. In Buddhist philosophy, this cycle is called samsara, an endless loop of wanting, grasping, suffering. And the problem is not that you don't have enough. The problem is that you believe you need something more to be whole. Buddhism doesn't shame desire. It exposes its illusion. Think about it. You scroll through social media, watching people's lives. You want what they have. You want more peace, more love, more attention, more validation. But have you ever stopped to ask, who taught you to want so much? Who decided that stillness, contentment, enoughness was not sexy enough? The modern world thrives on your unfulfilled desire. Capitalism monetizes your emptiness. Algorithms study your cravings better than you understand yourself. But Buddhism stands against that tide. It tells you something wildly radical. You were already enough before the wanting began, and here's where we slow down. Let's not just talk about Buddhism, let's taste it. Right now, take a moment. Close your eyes if you feel safe. Breathe in deeply and exhale slowly. Now ask yourself, what is the one thing I am desperately wanting right now? Maybe it's love at a career, healing, clarity, picture it vividly. Notice how your body reacts. Tension, anxiety, that's the grip of craving. Now breathe in again. And imagine loosening that grip just slightly, not giving up the goal, but releasing the neediness. Feel the softening in your chest. That's what Buddhist practice begins with. Not denial, but awareness. The space between desire and identity. This is not spiritual fluff. Harvard research shows that those who engage in mindfulness meditation rooted in Buddhist traditions, show lower cortisol levels, reduced anxiety, and better decision-making. And it's not just monks. CEOs, athletes, even trauma survivors have turned to Buddhism not to escape reality, but to master it. What Buddhism offers isn't a path to detachment from life, but a return to it, a return to the now, a return to sanity. Let's pause and compare. The average modern life is a loop: desire, pursuit, achievement, emptiness, desire again. Exhausting. But the Buddhist path replaces that loop with awareness, acceptance, release, peace. You're still alive. You still dream. But you no longer suffer under the illusion that your next achievement will fix the void inside. And that is real power. And now comes the hardest pill to swallow. Most people don't want to give up desire. They're too attached to the drama, the chase, the illusion of being almost there. It feels better to be chasing something than to sit with the discomfort of emptiness. But here's the truth. You will never feel free until you stop believing. That desire will one day fulfill you. And the only way out is into the breath, into silence, into the space Buddhism points toward. Now let's go deeper. You've just felt the edges of letting go, but the mind will still try to hold on. It will whisper, but without desire, what's the point of living? That question is exactly where transformation begins. Because Buddhism doesn't kill purpose, it refines it. Instead of chasing to fill a hole, you begin to create from fullness. Instead of needing, you begin to serve. And that shift is the death of suffering. Let's guide you into that stillness now. A real brief Buddhist meditation. Close your eyes once more. Breathe in deeply and exhale gently. Now imagine a flame inside your chest. This flame represents your deepest craving. Maybe it's recognition. Maybe it's love. Just observe it. Don't judge it. As you breathe in again, see that flame flicker. As you exhale, see it soften. Now whisper silently in your mind, I see you. I don't need you to define me anymore. Repeat that as you breathe. I see you. I don't need you to define me anymore. Let the desire be there, but let it loosen its grip. Stay with this for a few seconds. This is what Buddhism means by freedom. Not fighting the fire, but no longer feeding it. This isn't just spiritual language. It's neuroscience. Studies at UCLA and Oxford show that mindfulness decreases the brain's reactivity to craving stimuli. Long-term Buddhist practitioners show enhanced gray matter in the insula and prefrontal cortex, areas responsible for self-regulation, presence, and empathy. That means this path changes your brain, literally, not just how you think, but how you experience reality. Still, there's a dangerous myth I need to shatter. Many believe Buddhism means renouncing everything, becoming cold, emotionless, or living in caves. That's false. You don't have to abandon life, you just have to abandon illusion. You can still love deeply, dream boldly, act passionately, but from a place of awareness, not attachment. That's the subtle power of Buddhist wisdom. It doesn't take away your humanity. It gives it back. And now, we return to the opening, truth. You clicked on this because something inside you is tired. Tired of chasing, tired of pretending, tired of carrying the weight of never being enough. The Buddhist path doesn't promise quick fixes. It offers something more rare, real transformation. But here's the twist. It's not something you achieve. It's something you uncover. Under all your cravings, all your fears, all your desires, there is a calm, luminous presence. It's always been there. You just forgot how to return. So here's your moment of choice. You can close this video and go back to scrolling, letting algorithms feed your next craving. Or you can pause, breathe, and begin to unlearn everything that's been trapping you. You can explore more Buddhist teachings. You can meditate even for just 1 minute a day. You can start releasing desire, not because you hate it, but because you see through it. The pain of desire is not your fault, but the choice to stay asleep, that's on you now. If you've made it this far, it means something inside you is ready. Don't lose this spark. Subscribe now. We walk this Buddhist path together. Share this video with someone who's drowning in craving. Leave a comment below. What's one desire you're ready to let go of today? Because this is not a solo journey. This is Sangha, a community, and you're not alone in this. So if you're still afraid that letting go of desire means giving up on life, remember this. The deepest peace does not come from fulfilling every craving. It comes from no longer being ruled by them. May you taste that peace. May you remember your true self beneath all wanting, and may you live, finally, free.